Hey, it's Aran here. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to get clients for any business. And we're going to discuss the Mark Cuban experiment. Okay. Now, I'll get to explaining what that actually is. So just to know what to expect in this video, I'm going to give you the two books that enable me to find clients online without paying for advertising, totally free, works like magic every time. I'm going to give you advice in 2 minutes from Mark Cuban on exactly how to find clients for any business. Okay, this 2 minutes is like literally gold. Okay, so you want to stick around for that. Now, obviously, I'm doing this, and I did an experiment. Now, what that experiment is basically, it was an experiment to see how people consume content when they watch a video, when they watch training, and what do they take away from that. What does that mean? So the video that I was watching was a video on YouTube. It's a free video, and there's lots of video on YouTube and whatever. That video was a 57 minutes interview with Mark Cuban. Okay, Mark Cuban is a self-made billionaire, in case you didn't know. And under 2 minutes, he gave literally a tip, a piece of knowledge and an insight into how he does business. Literally changed my business forever and really cracked the code for me in many, many ways. In addition to these two books that I'll share with you shortly. So just think of it this way. This is square. So 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. There's 56 boxes. So imagine you're watching a video of 57 minutes, okay? And only 2 minutes is literally the 2 minutes you need to listen to. That's what I'm about to share with you in a second. Now, what happened? I don't know what happened, but people obviously maybe zone out or they don't pay attention, or just people duplicate different things. There's so many details here. It's like, what is more important than another? Okay. Now, what this tip has made it possible for me and the two books is, in summary, in about 9 months of running my own business, I've made 50K, which maybe not sounds like much, but I did it with zero paid advertising and very, very little overheads. And I got to the point that in 9 months, I got my living expenses and my business expenses 100% paid off through passive income. That means that whether I get out of bed or not, I already make enough money to cover my business and living expenses. Some people call it retirement. Whatever you want to call it, it's a good position to be in, right? So that's the value of these 2 minutes I'm about to share with you. Now, quickly, I want to tell you about the two books as well. You should get those books. One of them is called .com Secrets. This is a screenshot from the website. The definitive underground playbook for starting, growing, and scaling your online business. The book details the processes, funnels, and scripts you need to make your business grow. Discover how to start generating profits instantly. Get access to proven email formula that gets clicks and sales over and over again. How to maximize your high-ticket sales with 3 simple steps. The second book is Expert Secrets. Position yourself as the expert in your field to become the go-to authority and the only choice for your prospects and customers to buy from. How to find your voice to become confident leader, build a mass movement of raving fans who can't get enough of what you have to offer, and get the step-by-step formula for being high-paid coach, consultant, and speaker. Okay? So these are the two books that really turn things around and make things possible for me in my business. And these 2 minutes I'm about to share with you. Okay? The interview that I'm referring to is from the channel called Valuetainment from Patrick Bet-David. Okay, if you're not subscribed, you should check it out. This interview is from 2015, and you see this is a 57 minutes interview. Now, what I did, and this was in December 17, 2019, I sent an email to my list. I said I wanted to share a great interview with Mark Cuban, self-made billionaire. And I gave the link. I have a little favor to ask you. If you're going to watch it, can you please watch the entire thing? And when you're done, respond to this email with what you learned from this interview and what you think you can apply from this in your own life and business. Let's just say I'm doing a little experiment, okay? And here's the interview again. That's what I sent to my list, and I got a few responses, okay? Later, I released a course, okay? So I pre-launched a course. And the course is how to find clients online without paying for advertising and, just build your online business basically from scratch. Okay. It's a freaking great course. And it's the most valuable course I've done thus far. Okay. That course, it's very cheap. It's not a high ticket course. I don't do high ticket courses. So don't run away now while I'm explaining this. But the point is I had a few people buy the course. And the first thing I had told them, I said, watch this video And I said, as part of the course, I'm doing an experiment. Please take the time to watch the video right to the end with the self-made billionaire Mark Cuban. When done, fill in the form, give me your feedback, what you learned. So then I had a few people do that, and I wanted to show you the responses I got. So, first response. Thank you for the link to the interview. I've never heard of CyberDust prior. I just Googled it and got an education on this new app. It was a very informative interview, so much to absorb. He's really an amazing person. I like his advice on multitasking. Continuing education and consistent efforts. Thank you again, Aran. I'm working on my webinars. Okay, this is a client that responded to me. If you know less, this is another client, and they said, if you know less than your competition, you will fail. Know what you're good at, learn and become an expert, put in the effort, no secret to success, never give up, be smart about what you sell, overcome your fears and do it. Be paranoid about what others will do to take you down and have a strategy to counter it. I hated the interviewer, but past that, I love that the answer to success is based on hard work and basic knowledge. If you know accounting and you know your product, your lane, you work harder, you should succeed. I learned about Mark when he was a child and how he was an entrepreneur at 12. I also learned how he treats his employees. I also learned about this app he created called CyberDust. I learned about his political view. I wish we had him as a president instead of the one we currently have. Cuban seems to actually care about people. I like his ideas about income equality. I'm not clear about what CyberDust is. Another response, why people fail. Lack of brains, lack of effort. Learn more about your industry. Outwork other people. Control effort. Work like someone is going to take everything away from you. Always learning, otherwise people will kick your ass. Check out CyberDust. Connecting with individuals is key. Most of your responses is in response to a survey on how to find clients online without paying for advertising. Like it is, I'm obviously giving such a hint as to what they should take away from the interview. And as you can see, there is literally nothing that was received from that perspective. Now, all this feedback is fine, it's good, but that's just an experiment, right? To see what people duplicate from a video, from a 57 minutes video, which is a long video. Now, here is one answer that I got, and this person is actually the one person that actually caught on the one thing that I wanted them to catch on. So he said the thing that stood out most is the fact that Mark is so humble. He tries his best to help and motivate others. He loves what he does. What I learned about this video is not to be afraid to do. If you don't do, you can't move forward and you ultimately cannot get the goals you set. Here, they actually told me the right answer, but I was kind of like waiting for people to duplicate. And I'll share it with you in a second. I'll actually play the video. Start learning the language of the business. Learn how to learn is another big one. Be considerate of others and their situations. Be realistic about your goals. And the most important thing is start kicking ass big time. Okay? So now, if you're a diehard and you're like really curious and you're like, I wonder if I'm going to actually get this right. Okay? So you can pause this video. In the link in the bio, I'm going to give you the link of the other 57 minutes interview. You can watch the entire 57 minutes. Make notes, come back to this video, okay, now it's complicated, and then leave a comment below with your takeaway from the 57 minutes. Don't leave it there, leave it here, because that's your experiment, not just for you, but for me and for many others who are going to continue to watch this video to see their feedback, okay? Now that we've gotten this far, I'm going to actually play the video for you, okay? So I'll play it right now.
Service? Is it a product? But the key is looking for the low-hanging fruit. What customers are willing to write you a check or commit to it, so that they're willing to integrate it into their daily lives or integrate it into their daily business. And so getting a commitment either through time or revenue is typically what I look for. And so if I can get a commitment, then I'm going to be able to learn. I'm going to see how they use it. Do they sustain usage? And then once I get the next one, hopefully it came a little bit faster than the first one. Then I can ask for referrals, and then the next one, and I just try to ramp it up. When I bought the Mavs, we had no season ticket holder base. And so literally it was a matter of just putting a list of former season ticket holders in a white pages back then, on my desk next to my phone and making phone calls.
You?
Yeah, me. Yeah, because if I'm not going to do it,
So
how can I
that's
expect someone else
amazing
to
to
do it,
me.
right? So just get on the phone. Hey, this is Mark Cuban. I'm the new owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Unbelievable.
I'd like to invite you back for again.
Unbelievable.
It's not though. This is my
But
business.
you can't get regular sales guys to sometimes make those calls once they get to a quarter. You're a guy that's a billionaire. You're making those
Well,
calls.
but that's all, and that's fine and good, right? Because everybody's got their own goals, right? But still, I didn't want anybody at the Mavs to be able to say, well, he's not willing to do the work, right? If I walk around, I'm picking up all the papers. I'm not saying go get that picked up. I'm like, okay, that's trash. I'm picking it up. But in terms of speed of growth, it's really, you got to get that first customer first. And then when you get that first, what did you learn? Reiterate, get that next customer. And then hopefully as you learn more and more through the process, then the next one comes by.
Okay, great. So now that you've watched it, here is a summary of this video. This 2 minutes literally has made my business and solved my problems in business and really taught me how to get clients, okay? Expert Secrets is a book that you need to get to be able to do the same thing, and .com Secrets. The combination of these three things, honestly, has made the biggest difference for me in my business. There's, of course, other things that helped, and I teach so much more about that, but I want to keep it really like, okay, what's really the key things that you can take away from this, okay? If you want to get clients online, this is what I recommend, okay? If you want to learn more because you're like, well, that doesn't teach me much or whatever, I'm telling you it does, okay? That's literally how I figured it out. Now, I realize with 2 minutes, I can expand it on a lot more. So what I've done is I've done a long version video of me showing exactly how I've got myself to the point in less than a year where I make passive income 100% paying for everything that my living expenses and my business expenses. I've got a 2 hours training video showing exactly how I do it with exact breakdown on my income, everything. So if you're interested, I've got a 2 hour version video. You can check it out. If you don't want to watch a 2 hour video, I do have a webinar. It's 30 minutes and it's the shorter version of the same thing where I break down the 2 minutes video from Mark into literally a science of how I did it and how I use that to make money online and so on. If you want to get the full course and learn about that, about the possibility of doing that, I've got this link and I'll leave it in the comments, okay? Where you can actually opt in and then check out the sales letter where we'll explain to you about the course and so on. This video that you're seeing right now, it's on YouTube, it's also on Facebook, and it's also part of the course because this is the introduction for the course. Why? Because I want to really bring home the whole point of why it's so important to have a mentor to point out for you, because the online world is literally one big giant mountain of information. There is so much information. It's like, what is the information I need? And that's what my course does. And that's what mentoring and coaching does. Whether you do it with me or with someone else that you trust, it doesn't matter. The point is, you gotta really don't just pay attention to everything. You gotta eliminate the noise and pay attention to the one or two things that are going to move the needle in your business. Okay, and sometimes you can't figure it out on your own. That's where a coach really comes into play. I don't believe in high ticket coaching personally for beginners or high ticket courses. So I don't actually do high ticket coaching or courses at all whatsoever. I work with beginners, with newbies, and I show them the ropes without them paying an arm and a leg. Okay. So if you want to learn more, you can check out these links that I leave in the description. Otherwise, you're part of the course. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. And thanks a lot for watching. If you're new to this channel, please do hit that subscribe button and so you can get notified on more videos. And otherwise, I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.